With the 74th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons selected edge rusher Bralen Trice out of Washington. So we're going to get you guys familiar with the Falcons' third pick in this draft after they went Michael Penix in round 1, Ruke Orhorhoro, the defensive tackle from Clemson, in round 2, and now they finally address the massive need they have at edge rusher with Bralen Trice. So let's get to know the Washington Husky before I give you guys my opinion on the selection, so that maybe you can form your own opinion on him. But let me show you the scouting report that we have on Trice. He's a massive human being when it comes to the pass rushing spot. He wins with power, not with speed. 6'3", 245 pounds. We'll see if the Falcons want to make him a defensive end. I think he might be a little bit undersized for that, but he could definitely play at a 3-4 linebacker spot, being an outside backer. Our scouting report via Tom Downey has him at the number 6 overall edge and number 45 overall player. Now, he did not test the best at the NFL Combine, and I think that probably cost him maybe a round in the draft. But when you put on the tape from his time at Washington, there's a lot to like for the Bralen Trice selection. Now, I have been always a little bit skeptical on the overall day 3 or day 2 selection of players available at the edge rusher spot, which is why I thought the Falcons would address it in round number 1. But Trice last year, 49 tackles, 7 sacks, 2 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble. He's not going to win with a bunch of speed. That's a big reason why he fell to where he is in the NFL draft. He ran a 4.72 40-yard dash. For reference, it's about the exact same height and size as Dallas Turner. Dallas Turner ran a 4.47 40-yard dash. So just have that to think about for what the Falcons passed on at pick number 8. But anywho, 2-year starter at Washington for the Huskies. I'm producing this myself, actually, so I'm sorry if I get a little bit distracted as I read my notes on Bralen Trice. But there is some really good quality elements to his game. I want to share with you guys a couple of the other notes we have on Bralen Trice. What I've got written down is really good frame, and he plays really strong and really powerful. What he doesn't necessarily have a lot of is what I've been talking about, which is the speed element. And that's definitely something that's a little bit of a concern because it's tough to beat NFL tackles with just strength because, well, the NFL tackles are pretty strong themselves. Other notes I have on him is the overall, Indianapolis Combine takeaways aren't glowing, but that's okay with me because I always feel like your opinion of prospects should be formed after the college football season, not after watching them run around in their underwear in Indianapolis for a couple of weeks. Doesn't have the great speed or length, like we said, but he's got some urgency and physicality to his game. I can't really come up with a great comp on the fly here, but he's not going to be one of the best athletes for the Falcons on defense, but he's going to be one of the most relentless players on this defense. That much I can guarantee you. So grade the pick for me. A, B, C, D, or F. At the end of the night, I'm going to drop a video with my entire day 2 draft grades, so I'll reserve my grade until then. But maybe you can influence me with your grade. Let me know down below in the comment section. Today's show is made possible thanks to our friends over at Prize Picks. Now, what is Prize Picks? It is the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. The easiest and most exciting way to play DFS because it's just you against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this season is the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $1,000 with just a few taps. They also have a wide variety of stat projections, including for the NFL Draft, season-long projections for the stats like Caleb Williams, J.J. McCarthy, Malik Neighbors. So if you like my selections, feel free to ride with me by downloading the Prize Picks app and using code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Once again, download the Prize Picks app and use that code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. I put all that information in the comments and description of today's video. Shout out to Prize Picks for supporting us here at Chat Sports. Make sure you get started today. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Next up, I want to share with you guys what Dane Brugler from The Athletic, one of the best NFL draft insiders, his summary and write-up on Bralen Trice. Brugler wrote, Trice doesn't have exceptional edge speed or length. It needs to be more consistent in the run game. But his athletic urgency and violent play style will help translate his college disruption to the pros. He projects as a scheme-diverse rotational NFL end. So that scheme diverse is definitely important. It's also worth noting that off the top of my head, I don't believe him and Falcons defensive coordinator Jimmy Lake overlapped while he was at Washington. Although, no, maybe he did. He opted out of 2020, Trice that is. And by 2021, I think Lake might have been out of the collegiate ranks. So there may be a one-year layover. So there could be some insight from Jimmy Lake on Bralen Trice. I know that was a little bit of a considering factor for Laiatu Latu. So I guess they may have overlapped for 1 year. Looking at his entire collegiate stats, 3-year guy, 2-year starter, 101 tackles, 28 tackles for loss, 18 sacks. He had 9 sacks 2 seasons ago. 7 sacks this past season. Let's see, 6'3", 245, like I mentioned. Some of the weaknesses I've kind of got my notes for him on is the lack of elite speed and quickness and just get off overall, along with the lack of bend necessarily. But he's got a great motor, and he's got a lot of those cliches we talk about when you look at maybe the stronger but not the fastest edge rushers in the draft. So the Falcons, through 3 rounds so far, went quarterback, defensive tackle, and now edge rusher. They also traded out of round number 3 to move up and get Ruke Orhorhoro from Clemson. And I know it sounds like I'm doing my best like Scooby-Doo impersonation, but that is how he pronounces his name. He gives the example of like row your boat. Him, it's Ruke Orhorhoro, and you just stop right there, and there's no boat that follows. So Bralen Trice, the selection at pick 74. Quick reminder to subscribe to the channel. If you are looking for an Atlanta Falcons YouTube channel that's going to give you pick-by-pick analysis, we are the spot to go to. We're going to have the most in-depth analysis on every single pick that the Falcons make. Terry Fontenot may be trying to be a sabotage for this team and be an undercover agent for the New Orleans Saints, but we're not going to stop giving you guys pick-by-pick analysis, everything Atlanta does for the 2024 NFL Draft. All right, I'll let you guys get on out of here. We will recap the remaining, or the entirety of Day 2 of the NFL Draft for the Falcons, and then we will be back tomorrow for the entirety of Day 3, pick-by-pick analysis as well for the Falcons. So appreciate everyone for tuning in. Bralen Trice, the pick for the Falcons, edge rusher out of Washington. If you want the Cliff Notes, really strong, really aggressive, really violent, not very athletic, not very bendy or fast, but if Raheem Morris thinks he can get some of that power and work around the disadvantage at speed, who am I to disagree? So we'll let you guys get on out of here. Bralen Trice, welcome to ATL.